Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. Every week I try to bring you insights, strategies, and encouragement to help you grow your VA business with confidence, clarity, and consistency. And today I want to talk about your rates. Raising your rates, as a matter of fact, and all of the emotions that go along with that. Today's quote is from Kim Garst. "If you don't value your time, neither will others. Stop giving away your time and your talents. Value what you know and charge for it." Our rates are one of the most important pieces of our business, and making sure that we're charging based on our value is essential to sustaining a profitable VA business. Let's go. Hey there, I'm your host, Tracy Daviero, the confidence coach for virtual assistants. And in this episode, we're talking about a topic that often brings up a lot of emotions for VAs, and that is raising your rates. It's nerve-wracking, isn't it? Now, before you brace yourself for a wave of anxiety, take a deep breath. We're going to talk about how to raise your rates without going into that fear spiral. Because it's not just a numbers issue, it's really a mindset and a boundaries issue. Let's begin with the emotional side of raising your rates. If you've ever thought about charging more and immediately felt some kind of hesitation or fear or even guilt or doubt, that is perfectly normal. I have been there, and so have many, many, many other VAs. You're not alone. Here's usually what happens. You start thinking, what if they say no? What if my clients leave? What if nobody ever hires me again? That's what we call scarcity thinking. And it's your brain trying to protect you from risk. But what it really does is keep you stuck exactly where you are right now, undercharging, probably overworking, and definitely undervaluing yourself. The truth is, raising your rates isn't a punishment for your clients. I don't know why we feel like it is. It's a reflection of your growth and the value that you bring. We're putting that positive mindset spin on it right here, right? We have to shift from the negative to the positive. Because when you improve your skills or your systems or your service or all three things, your pricing has to evolve as well. It's not greed, it's just growth. So before you even look at the numbers, I want you to ask yourself a couple of things. First of all, what am I afraid actually might happen if I raise my rates? And what might actually happen if I don't? That mindset shift alone is going to help you take back control from the fear spiral. When you move into higher level work, your clients expect to pay higher rates. Clients who value expertise do not want cheap. They're not looking for budget. They want reliable, proactive professionals who bring results with them. They're not comparing you to the VA who charges $20 an hour. Maybe they've even had experience with that and they know that that's not what they want. But even if they don't, they're looking for someone who can take ownership, who can communicate clearly, and who can make their business run better. If you've been working with clients who cringe or push back at a $5 an hour increase or any increase, it's likely because you have outgrown them, not because you're the one doing something wrong. Higher level clients look for value, not bargains. And when you start positioning yourself as a confident professional partner of theirs, your pricing becomes part of that credibility. So when you raise your rates, you're actually signaling that you're ready for the next level of client. So let's make this practical. How do you communicate a rate increase without apologizing or over-explaining? Here are a couple simple confidence scripts that might help. For your existing clients, something like, as part of my regular business review, I've adjusted my rates to reflect the level of expertise and service I provide. Your new rate will be XX per hour or XX per package or per month, effective whatever date. I truly value our work together and I look forward to continuing to support your business. A sample for new clients. My current rate for this type of work is XYZ. That includes, and then you briefly state what's included: strategy, project management, proactive communication, whatever is included in the services or the scope of work that you're going to offer. And that is it. No apology, no justification, no, I hope this is okay with you. Gosh, I've ended so many emails like that. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking with you. I've done this. And so that's why I know the simple, fact-based information is the better way to do this. You're running a business, it's not a hobby, and you're communicating your pricing confidently, and that sets the tone for every other boundary that you're going to set in your business. If you stumble when you say your new rate, you need to practice it. Practice out loud until it feels natural. It sounds silly, but it really does work. You can record yourself saying it too, if possible. That even helps more because you help your brain hear it without the words coming out of your mouth, right? Without you saying it. You're retraining your brain to see your worth as a fact, not a question. That might be a writer downer. You're retraining your brain to see your worth as a fact, not as a question. Raising your rates is actually about boundaries. It's so important to recognize that it's not about money most of the time. It's you saying, my time and my skills deserve to be respected. And when you believe that, you start attracting clients who believe it as well. You have to believe it before your clients do, though. Confidence isn't pretending that you're not scared. That's completely different. It's about doing it anyway, knowing that your future self is going to say, thank you so much for doing that. So if you've been thinking, I know I need to raise my rates, but I'm really scared, this is your sign to do it confidently because you have earned it. So what's next then? What happens after you raise your rates? The fear doesn't disappear the moment you send that email or the moment you update your pricing page. As a matter of fact, the fear might raise even higher after that because you're waiting for that response, right? You might worry about whether a client might respond negatively. You might even be tempted to backtrack or offer a discount just to make the discomfort go away. Again, I've been in this position too. I know these feelings. They are perfectly natural, but getting through them is what is going to make you a better VA, a better business owner. And it's exactly where your confidence muscle starts to grow. When you feel that fear and you still stand behind that new rate, you're just training yourself to lead from empowerment rather than by seeking approval. It's hard to train that confidence muscle, but I promise you that you can. Anything you do, you just get stronger, right? It takes one client to say, great, no problem. And that helps a ton. But doing the work to initiate those conversations and set those new rates is really where your confidence starts to grow. Here's a little mindset framework that I use with my clients to help them shift from fear to empowerment. First, you name the fear. Say it out loud. What is it? What is the fear that you have? I'm afraid my clients will leave, or I'm afraid no one's going to pay me that much. Naming it and calling it what it is removes the power that it has. Number 2 is look for evidence. Ask yourself, what proof do I have that this fear is true? Usually there isn't any at all. In fact, most VAs find that their clients either stay or, yeah, they do leave, but it makes space for better ones, and the better ones do come. Number 3, you want to reframe it. Instead of what if I lose clients, try instead, what if I get better ones who pay what I'm worth? Reframing is really key because you need to tell yourself what the good outcome is to making this good decision. Always positive, right? Remember, we're talking about mindset. Then you need to anchor the new belief. Create a short, confident affirmation that you repeat to yourself before sending rate increase messages. Something like, I bring real value to my clients and my rates reflect that. Figure out whatever it takes for you to believe that your value is what you're focusing on. Whatever makes you believe in you. And affirmations might sound funny, but really it's how we talk to ourselves. So you don't have to be, Jack Handy from SNL. There I go, dating myself again. But you do need to tell yourself positive things in order for positive things to happen. And that's what this anchoring piece is all about. And last is to celebrate every act of courage, not every act of success, but the courage part behind it. Even sending one email or even sending your new rate, saying your new rate out loud without flinching. That is progress. That's where were not a week ago or a couple of days ago, right? When you get to that point, you can say, this is what I charge and believe it. That is courage. When you are making a change that feels hard or uncomfortable, it's out of your comfort zone. Noting your successes and the courageous things that you do to make those decisions to get to that place can be really helpful. And again, it's all about that positivity. Building confidence around pricing is not a one and done. It's a practice. The more you do it, the more natural it's going to feel. Trust me, it does get easier. And you do get to believe in yourself. Like I said, have that one client who says, absolutely, no problem. That helps a lot, but you have to do a lot of this mindset work yourself. I remember the first time I raised my rates, I sat on that email draft for more than a day, for sure. I was under strict instructions from my coach to send it out. So that was what my sort of push was behind it. But I still had trouble sending it out. I kept thinking, what if my clients drop me? When I finally sent it, you know what happened? Every single one of them said yes without hesitation. One even said, it's about time. And that moment changed everything for me. I realized that the fear was just noise, not actual fear. I was creating it. The only person doubting my value was me. And I think that that's probably the case for you too. If this episode is making you go, yep, that's me, this all sounds super familiar. And if you're ready to grow your income without that fear spiral, I would love to invite you to connect with me to talk about it. We can work together to go deeper into pricing strategy, package your services, and building the confidence that you need to attract and keep higher level clients who value what you bring to their business. You can just find me at yourvmentor.com/links. That is all for today. Whew, right? Mindset stuff is tough, isn't it? Especially when we talk about money. But let's circle back to today's quote. If you don't value your time, neither will others. Stop giving away your time and talents. Value what you know and charge for it. Kim Garst reminds us that we are so valuable. Our services, us. I've told you before, what comes easiest to you, you should be charging the most for. And that is very, very true. What is easiest for you is your expertise. It's what you do without even thinking about it. It's what you are best at. And that is also your value. Confidence in your pricing comes from clarity in your value. You need to be clear on the value that you're bringing to your clients. You have earned the right to grow your business, and it's time that your rates reflect that. Let's do it together. I'm here to help. I say it every time. It's the only reason I'm here at all, to help you become a ridiculously good virtual assistant. I'm going to see you next week for another mindset episode, this time about boundaries and burnout. It's a good series. I'm getting some good feedback from you. Thank you so much for your comments. That's all I've got for you this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.